Hi, I'm Lee. I use they, them pronouns, and I'm back with another update on navigating cancer. So I did make it through chemo round 1. I'm actually tonight on the eve of chemo round 2. I go in tomorrow morning to start my second infusion, so round 2 of 12. As I shared in my last video, round 1 was really like the big unknown. It would kind of be the big reveal of what would chemo be like for Lee, because everybody is different and everybody experiences their specific chemo blend for their specific type of cancer differently in their own unique body. And for me, there were definitely some very hard days. There were definitely some days where I really didn't want to be alive, and my particular flavor of awful was kind of this vicious cycle of migraines, nausea, and vomiting, where they just one kind of fed back to the other one, and just, you know, they kept pinging off of each other. And so I had several days of that, among some other unpleasant side effects, both from the chemo as well as the other medicines to help mitigate the side effects of the chemo and help mitigate the side effects of the drugs to help mitigate the side effects. It's a domino effect that we can only do our best to stay ahead of, right? And so it was hard. It was awful. I'm really dreading starting round 2. And also I'm going into round 2 with a lot more information now. So no longer do I have the fear of the unknown. I now have the fear of the known, which at least feels manageable from a standpoint of I know what fire I'm walking into, right? I know what kind of misery lies ahead, or at least I have a general idea. It might be a little worse than last time, but also I was able to talk to my doctors and nurses and advocate for myself on what the problems were, what the symptoms were, what the worst parts were, what can we do to get ahead of it. So now I have different nausea meds that I don't have to swallow, which I will then just throw up, right? So now I have nausea meds that will melt on my tongue and get absorbed, so I don't have to worry about them not getting into my bloodstream. I have a consult with my doctor tomorrow about migraine medication that is safe to take while I'm on chemotherapy to help with the pain from the headaches so that it doesn't increase my nausea. I also have a nausea patch that I can put behind my ear, which will just be absorbed for 3 days straight, right? So I have like multiple methods to manage the 2 most intense symptoms that were making everything else so much worse while I was working through that. So it's things like that where we go through the fire, we learn what about it is awful, what about it is we're not protected from, and then we can find the right solutions and then try again. So tomorrow starts round 2, and I feel hopeful, I feel supported. I'm also really grateful to my community. We have a new app that I found out about through other cancer support groups that people have used. If you are someone, or you know of someone who is going through a health circumstance and is needing ongoing support for any period of time, short or long, there's a really great app out there called Lotsa Helping Hands, Lotsa. Highly recommend it. It's pretty simple and straightforward. If you have a friend who is tech savvy and likes to tinker, have them maybe set up the community for the person in need. But it's really great because then the person who needs the support can put in task requests like, I have an appointment on this day and I need to be picked up at this time and dropped off there at this time, and it's for 1 hour if you could sit with me, right? And on these days I will probably be very sick and I won't be able to give my cat her medication. Can somebody come take care of that for me when I'm not able to? And I can put all of those little tasks in there and what days and what times, and I can include instructions if need be. I can include recipes, I can include whatever information I need to, and then everybody who wants to be a part of that helping community can log in, and then they just see the list of all the requests with the date and the time and what what my request is and what the instructions are, and they could just hit the volunteer button. It's really great. So anyway, very excited to have this new way for people to support, and so wanted to share for those of you who are in a place of needing to learn to advocate for yourself and ask for help. This has been an ongoing process that I have been leaning hard into, having grown up being very self-sufficient and very independent, and always being afraid of being a burden and not wanting to ask for help. This app has been a big one for me to really push myself to not say, oh no, I'll take care of it. Oh, it'll be fine. And instead just put it in the app, ask for help, let people help. And so many people want to help me, and they keep telling me they want to help me, and they keep asking how they can help me, and I'm denying them the gift of helping me, that they actually want to do nice things for me, by not giving them the opportunity. So I'm really, really working on the I'm not a bother mantra. It's a new one for me. It's a newer one for me. It's been around a little bit now, but I'm getting better. So that is my update on the chemo. It sucks. I hate it. I would be okay if tomorrow never came and I just never had to do more. But here we are. Moving out of the physical health status and into the mental, emotional, spiritual, if you will. Lots has happened since the last update video. And I feel like I should just pull out my phone when I have these moments, because I feel like there have been so many little things that have just like hit me or struck me in moments, and they're like fleeting, beautiful butterflies that float through my mind and then they disappear, and I appreciate them in the moment, and I wish that I had all of them right here and I could share them with you. But I did jot a few down. I think one that has just kind of been like continuing, and I've probably mentioned this in other videos, but a very dear friend back early in this diagnosis, when I was really struggling with, do I even want to fight the cancer? Do I even want to take on this battle? Do I even want to go through treatment in this really aggressive way and suffer through this? Suggested I watch the Disney movie Soul, Soul. And I was like, oh, I remember watching that movie a while ago. I remember it being kind of cute, but okay. Like I didn't remember anything really significant about it. And I went and watched it, and that there's kind of a couple of messages in there, but I think one that really has struck me and that I've been kind of taking with me through this is really this idea of just living as much as I can in every moment. Like today was a good day, aside from trying to stay out of the dread of tomorrow's almost here. When I can close off that I'm not in tomorrow yet, so let's not go there. I'm here. Today is today. I'm not in active chemo treatment right now, and it's a good day and I feel good. So let's just focus on that. Just like living as much as I can in today, and like kind of subcomponents of that. When my dad was killed now 10 years ago, one of the messages I feel like was really impressed upon me through his passing was that there's no guarantee of tomorrow. His death was very sudden and very unexpected. So it's like, whether or not I have cancer, there's no guarantee of tomorrow. There's no certainty. It's not like this diagnosis was suddenly made life shorter. Yes, it definitely made me grapple with some big things in a very different way than I have in the past. But without the diagnosis, I just had a false sense of a long life ahead of me, right? There really is no guarantee. Yeah, so I've just been really trying to practice this idea of mindfulness and staying present in where I am today. I am here today. I'm not trying to relive yesterday and fret about what I did or didn't do good enough or enough of or whatever. And also trying not to project into, oh my God, chemo's tomorrow, gloom and doom. Like, I am here today, right now, in this moment, and I feel good, and I am happy. I'm doing something I love. I am enjoying myself. I have people around me I love and who love me. I feel supported, right? Like trying to just be in the moment and be present with what is. Another very good friend mention an author to me whose name is Salika Jouad. Her name is amazing. She's even more amazing than me trying to pronounce her name. But she also is a cancer survivor. And she has a really great story. She's an author, wrote a book. She was recently interviewed on Late Night with Jon Stewart. And I think it was that one. Anyway, her like closing message was poignant for me, and it was, don't live every day like it's your last. And I want to bring that back to this whole idea of there's no guarantee of tomorrow. And I agree with her. Don't live every day like it's your last. What she said was live every day like it's your first. Like show up with the curiosity of a child, with wonder and curiosity, and go into it and see what you can learn and what you can create and what you can make of it. And so I've been really kind of trying to lean into those messages in these in-between times, when I'm not feeling miserable, when I don't want to die, when the chemo isn't having its way with me. It's in those moments that I then am just like, I'm going to live now because I'm alive and I'm happy and I feel good. And I'm going to be curious about what's possible right now while I feel good and I'm alive. And that kind of leads into this other concept that I've been studying, pondering, and contemplating and discussing with another friend, a concept called emotional sobriety. Really, I think it's just like another way of looking at like emotional regulation or emotional balance, emotional maturity, maybe even. I think there's a lot of ways to phrase it or frame it. But like, I really just think of it as the state of being able to allow myself to experience all of the emotions that go through my body without judgment, without trying to shut them down, without trying to turn them down or turn them off or make them wrong or feel guilty or shame myself for feeling sad again or feeling angry again or feeling grief again. Like, how many times am I going to be upset about the fact that I have cancer? I can't change it by being sad about it. Why do I have to judge myself about that? If I'm sad and I want to cry about it, I'm just going to let myself cry about it. You know what? I don't need to feel bad about the fact that I'm crying again. Things like that. So, one, just allowing myself to experience whatever emotions I'm experiencing and not have any judgments around them, but also experience the emotions that I'm experiencing and not let the emotions control my behavior, or choose for me what I'm going to do based on the emotions I'm having. So I might have emotions and feel sad, and I can then think about, what do I want to do with the knowledge that I am sad right now? I might want to make some choices differently, knowing that I'm in a sad space, so maybe I don't want to go to a fun party with a lot of people. Might really not just align with the energy I'm feeling right now, right? Like, I can be compassionate toward myself. But it's that idea of, I'm really pissed off at the universe for the fact that I have cancer, but that doesn't mean I need to go throw bricks at people's cars. I don't know if that's a really stupid example, but do you know what I mean? Like, I don't need to just go rage, anger, break stuff or hurt anybody or say mean things to people, right? Like, I don't need to let the emotions I'm having control how I behave and treat other people or behave in the world around me. I can still be in control and I can still have choice over how I respond or react based on the emotions that I'm experiencing. I can feel my emotions and then I can still choose. And like the next level that I've been kind of grappling with, how did I phrase it? It was like having control of my emotions and also, having control of my actions despite what emotions I'm feeling. and also still being in control even when I'm not experiencing the emotions I want to be experiencing. That was like the other piece. So it's not always like I'm having an emotion and it's like, it's so intense. It's like, I want to act on this emotion because it's such an intense emotion. But it's like, sometimes I want a different emotion. And so I want to do something to change my emotional state. Like I want to chase after a different emotion. And choosing my behavior to chase after emotions I'm not experiencing that I want to be. And like, is that also outside of this realm of like emotional regulation or emotional health? If I am, is the emotion that I'm not experiencing now controlling my behavior because I'm not having the emotion? And so I've been pondering that as well. Like when I am feeling heavy and experiencing grief, am I trying to escape grief by going, let me go find something fun to do or something to disassociate, right? I'll go play a video game that I think is fun and will make me laugh, so I stop feeling grief. Well, that just shoves it down. That doesn't actually make the grief go away. It doesn't stop it. It just pushes the pause button for later. And no shame in if like I don't have capacity right now to grieve at the level that I probably need to grieve. It's okay. There's no shame in like taking a little break. But if I'm constantly like avoiding, maybe there's something I need to spend a little time thinking about. So these are the ponderings I've been having in the past 2 weeks since my first dance with chemo and consequent recovery. And I'm about to head into the next dance. And yeah, that's what I've got for you this week. I'm grateful for all of you out there who are thinking of me, supporting me, sending love, sending thoughts. And I just want to send the love and thoughts out to all of you as well. Wherever you are, you're also not alone. And I'm here for you, and others are out there as well. We're all in this together. We're all figuring it out, and we're all navigating. And I'll see you next time.